Hey, what's up YouTube? Donovan the Smartphone Guy here to talk about a brand new watch that I picked up. This is the Lemfo Y3, and this is a watch that is sold by a number of different companies. This just happens to be the Y3 from Lemfo, and here you can see that I picked it up at gearbest.com. Which has fantastic prices on a lot of stuff. You just might have to wait a little while to get it because it's coming from China. Usually, they do have some US warehouses as well, also some European warehouses. This one happened to come from China. So you can see here that it is $90 right now, which is a flash sale. I believe the regular price of this watch will be right around $130. But right now, if you hurry up and pick it up, I'll leave a link down in the description for the direct purchase of it. But it's $90 on gearbest.com. And you can see there's three different colors. I picked the black with the brown leather band. They do also have black with black, and then they also have here one with we'll call that the rose gold ring there. So just another option that you have available. So with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at just some of the quick specs. I'm not going to spend a lot of time here, but it's a 1.39 inch screen. So that is a IPS display. It's running Android 5.1. You can see it's got the MediaTek 6580 running at 1.3 gigahertz. That's a quad core processor. 4 gigs of onboard storage, and it doesn't say it on here, but it's 512 megabytes of RAM. And then also one other thing to mention here is it says IP67 waterproof, but I'm pretty sure that's wrong. I believe it's actually IP65 waterproof, which means you can get it wet and it'll be fine in the rain, but you don't want to take it swimming with you. So with that being said, if you're new to this channel, check out some of my other videos. This is the TicWatch 2, the Xiaomi Amazfit Pace. So I've been doing a lot of reviews of watches, and I'm really excited about this one because this one is one that so far, I mean, I've only had it for, let's see here, a few hours now at this point, and I really like it so far. So again, this is the Y3 smartwatch. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you what you get in the box. It's not a whole lot, pretty generic box there. Obviously that's where the watch would have been. And then here you get a screwdriver, and then there's a quick guide down there, and then also you get this guy, which you use for charging it. So it's a USB type A to this little port here, so it has a couple of pins there, and then these are magnets over on the side, and then they will go ahead and connect right here, and that's how it charges. And it's a very strong magnet. You're probably not going, I mean, you can pull it off, but I did have another watch that had a very similar charging mechanism. It was the number 1 D6 or something like that, and that one did not stay connected very well. Well, this one is obviously, it's pretty tight on there. So that's it. That's what you get in the box. Not a whole lot, but the watch is only $90, and it's really sweet what you can do with this watch. So another thing that we'll mention down here at the bottom, so you can see here there is a SIM slot here, so you can put in your SIM if you choose to use it that way. And then also we have our heart rate monitor as well. So that's what's on the bottom. Now I will mention also one of the things I found out the hard way with that number 1 D6 I was just mentioning is the fact that this does have some of the sensors are built into the band, so you're not going to want to replace the band. Do not, repeat, do not replace the band. So just a few other things to mention. We got the microphone here in terms of build. Beautiful stainless steel. I was shocked at how nice this thing looked when I pulled it out of the box. The only thing that looks cheap at all is maybe this plastic backing, but other than that, man, this watch looks absolutely beautiful in my opinion. So nice stainless steel bezel there, and then of course you got that leather band. Again, don't try to replace it. And then we have 3 buttons. This one here is your back button. This is your on-off button. And then this one is strictly for health because it's got some health apps built into it. And you can see that right now, if I flick the wrist or if I turn it, it'll turn the time on. I'll go ahead and hit it. So this is what it's going to look like. I can go ahead and hold that down, and I can rotate through some of the different watch face functions we have available. And I haven't tried this yet, but I'm pretty sure that you can just download some watch faces from the Google Play Store as well. ones that you would use for other watches, and I'm pretty sure that they will work. I haven't tried that out, but I'll do that when I do my full review of the watch. So I'm just going to go ahead and go through some of the things that you have available in the watch. So if I swipe left, I'm going to get my notifications. As of right now, I have it connected to my LG Aristo. That is the phone that's right here, and it is connected using this app right here, WeWear. So that's what it's connected via. So again, you're going to get your notifications over there, and that would also be true if if I was using the SIM as well. But right now I don't have the SIM in, which I do plan to put my SIM in just to see how that works, see if I like that better. But yeah, so right now I just have it connected via Bluetooth to my watch. So I will mention also, or to my phone, I will also mention here, you can come down here and you can reply, retweet, like, open, dismiss. So lots of options there. So Mobile Geezer, I'm not exactly sure what he was tweeting there. I didn't take a look, but we'll go ahead and like it just to see. And I assume that worked. I don't know, let's check. Okay, liked. There it goes. All right, so apparently it worked. All right, so that's cool. Interactions work pretty well with the social media, it looks like. Well, in any notifications so far. If I go down, if I pull down, so we have, first of all, our step counter. Like I said, I've only had it for a couple hours. Didn't actually wear the watch at this point. Whoops, I went the wrong way. All right, so there are 3 menus up here. So you can see here I have it connected via Bluetooth. We got our battery indicator. Of course, we got the time. And then here's our SIM information there. So right now, obviously, I don't have a SIM card in there. Up at the top, if we can get that into focus, we got our screen on. And then we can also turn it on silent mode. So that's vibration mode up here, or silent mode. And over here, we got this button that's going to turn the hand bright screen off, hand bright screen on. That's of course our airplane mode. We can get it to refresh, but that requires a SIM card. That's our GPS. So you can see I have my location turned on right now. We got our Wi-Fi turned on, Bluetooth, and then we can adjust our screen brightness. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually turn it up to mid. Whew, that's pretty bright. And then high is very bright. So we're actually gonna turn it to mid, probably the best one for the rest of this video. So then, of course, we got our step counter. That's really bright. And I think that's it. So that's it for when we scroll up. So that's it for going from the clock. It starts out with this one, and then some of the quick toggles there, and then our step counter. Those are the options there. And then if I scroll to the right, we can have all of our apps that are currently on the watch. Now, I have added 2 apps that aren't normally on there, so we'll go ahead and take a look at what is available on the watch out of the box. We'll take a look at that in a second, but first I want to scroll up, and you can see that we have our weather available there. And if I scroll over, if I remember right, there it is. Okay, so there's our weather. Scroll over and we can get our forecast for the next few days, and of course you can see that's using AccuWeather. And I haven't quite tried this yet, but I'm hopefully going to be able to find that you can change that to Fahrenheit, because, well, I live in the US and I want Fahrenheit. Because I don't even know what I know that 0 degrees Celsius is freezing, but other than that, 30 degrees Celsius, I'd have to do some calculations, so I don't really want to have to do that. All right, so contacts, of course, is just your contacts. So I can go in there and have all my contacts there. Again, back button. And then we have our phone. That's for dialing. That only works if you actually have a SIM card in there. You can't dial just through the tethering with your phone, so that won't work. Messaging, of course, will be like an SMS. But again, that needs to be tethered to your phone for that to work. Otherwise, you're just going to get the notification. So I will get it in my notifications right now on the phone or on the watch, but I won't be able to get it through this messaging app as of right now, unless I have it with a SIM card in it. So go into settings. There's lots of settings options here. So we have our sound settings. So I can adjust the media volumes. That's for music. Alarm volume, ring volume. And you can see you can change the watch ringtone. There is a speaker right up here, so I forgot to mention that. So the speaker is at the top of the watch there. And we can go ahead and turn the vibration on if we want that for incoming calls. So we'll go back. Display, that's going to just adjust the brightness level, how fast it sleeps, and your font size. so nothing too important there. App list style, that gives you the option of a list or a round. The round one, honestly, to me looks kind of silly, so I like the list mode like it has right now. These are our connections, so we have Bluetooth, Wi-Fi. You can actually use it as a Wi-Fi hotspot. This is 2G and 3G enabled, no LTE, so just in case you're interested in that. We have GPS available, of course, and that's about it. Mobile Assistant, that's going to just give you the QR code that you're going to use to download that WiiWare that I was showing you earlier. That's the only thing that one's for. Gestures, that of course is going to do the screen to raise on, or if you lift your wrist, it'll turn the screen on, and it'll just show you that clock, and then also we can turn on the pedometer service anytime it detects that your wrist is moving. We have a power saving mode there. Language and input allows you to, of course, change your language or your keyboard. Date and time, of course, to adjust your date. We can reset it. Uninstall some applications, and honestly, that's the only way I've found that you're able to uninstall applications. And then About Watch, I've already mentioned that we have a ton of developer options, by the way. I should mention that. But ton of developer options, so I'm not going to go through all those right now. But you can see we got the Y3 running Android 5.1. And let's go back, and that's all for the settings. We have a remote capture, which allows you to use this as a shutter essentially for your phone. So of course that's only if you're tethered to your phone. We do have a browser. I don't ever intend to use that, but it is not very good because, to be honest with you, trying to use this as a keyboard is kind of annoying. So I guess you could probably use text to speech there. Calendar is really basic. It really is literally just a calendar. I would download Google Calendar, or if you're getting the notifications anyways, if it's tethered, you'll get your calendar notifications that way anyways. Clock is for setting, of course, the clock and your alarms. So you can go ahead and go in there and set your alarms. Gallery is if you have it tethered, you can send pictures to the watch because there is no camera on it. We have our music, so I don't have any music downloaded currently to it. You can use it as a remote control, and that's going to control your music on your phone, which is what it's using right now. So I can go ahead and start that, but right now I don't have any music set on the phone at the moment. We have a file manager, and we have Find Me, so that'll actually help you find the device. And we have our health options, so we can go in here and we have a heart rate monitor and a pedometer. And the heart rate monitor, of course, it's going to use that. So as soon as you click on that, it's going to go ahead and turn the heart rate monitor on. But right now, obviously, I'm not wearing it, so that's not going to work. And we have our pedometer as well. All right, so, and honestly, that's what this button does as well. So if I do that, it's going to bring me right into that health option. So if I click that, boom, goes right into the health option. All right, so then we have our weather, of course. We have a voice search. There's a notification. I just got a podcast from Freakonomics. Cool. All right, so we have a voice search. And we have our Play Store. So that is a full Play Store. And at the moment, because my watch is not connected to Wi-Fi, I'm too far away from the Wi-Fi source, that's not going to work. But it is a full Google Play Store, so you can get APKs right on there. Basically any app you can get for your phone, you can pretty much get on here. I guess it is working. I do have enough Wi-Fi service to get some service there. So we're not going to go into that. You know what the App Store is. We got our maps, and like I said, it has GPS built in. So this is using Google Maps here. So there you go. So you can use it for turn-by-turn navigation if you want to. And we're not going to do that at the moment. It's going to find me. We'll get out of that. And we have our Google Play Music. Now that I actually went into the Play Store and put that on there. That's not something that comes on it. We have some reminders that we can set. So we can get some reminders to drink water, sedentary reminder, eye exercises. I'm not really sure why. Take some medicine, or we can, change the settings of the reminders. Twitter. So that's, of course, if you're using it as a standalone watch. Otherwise, you're just going to get it in notifications like what you saw earlier. WhatsApp, again, that does come on it. Google Fit is one that I added, and that's because I intend to use this as a GPS watch just to try to run with it, just to see how that works. So we're going to give that a try. I added this on there. That's not something that comes on it, but we'll give that one a try a little bit later. And then Facebook. And again, that's if you're using it as a standalone phone/watch with a SIM in it. Otherwise, what you're going to use is you're just going to get the notification like I have here. So again, honestly, for me, for $90, all that this thing can do is pretty fantastic. It looks great. One thing I will mention in terms of the fit, I'm going to go ahead and take the watch I have on now. I've been using the Samsung Gear Fit 2 for the last few weeks, or a couple weeks anyways. And one thing I will mention here is the fit is just a little bit big. So I don't have very large wrists, but you can see I'm all the way to the last hole there, and that fits me perfect. So if you have small wrists, I definitely wouldn't necessarily recommend this watch because it's probably not going to fit you real well. It does actually have another, if I can find it, there it is. So I can just pull that one over. So I don't have that band running around. But anyway, so yeah, so if you have a smaller wrist, I'm not sure that I would recommend this watch simply because, yeah, I'm pretty much at the end. You might have to poke an extra hole in there. And so definitely I would say built for a more masculine wrist. But I just want to compare real quick the size. So this is the TicWatch 2. So you can see this one is definitely a little bit thicker. And we have the Moto 360 Sport. So again, definitely thicker than that one. So yeah, got the Xiaomi Amazfit Pace. But anyways, this is a full-blown Android running watch. And again, you can use 2G, 3G with it as well if you want, or you can have it connected to your phone. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave those down in the comment section. Again, I'll leave a link for purchasing it on GearBest. It's only $90 right now. I'm not sure how long that's going to last, but check it out if you're interested, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.